Okay, so this is week 3 of the weekly trading recap videos. This week I lost $352. It was a perfect trading week on my end, and this is basically what we're going to go over. So these are my trade recaps. We're basically going to jump off, discuss what I made, what I should have made had I executed my edge perfectly, as we always do. Secondly, the trade recaps, and then 3 is the lessons that I've acquired. So let's dive straight into the weekly results. So my edge offered minus $352 this week. This means that had I stuck to my plan perfectly, I would have lost $352 this week. I only had 2 setups that presented themselves. As you can see with my results, I lost $352. I executed my trade plan perfectly. And so this was a flawless trading week for me. Last week, I did not have a good trading week because I did not stick to my plan fully, and I made $745. It's very important for you guys to make the difference between sticking to your plan and doing what is right and what is going to give you long-term results in the market and breaking your plan. And you have to understand that for me, this week, I'm more satisfied with myself than I am last week, even though I'm down, because I stuck to my plan perfectly. So that is basically the main point, firstly, of this video. Stuck to my plan perfectly. This is a great trading week, even though I'm down. So we are going to now dive straight into the trade recaps. As you can see, I'm still up 4.67, 4.7 R on the week, basically. It's the 16th of November, on the month, sorry. On the week, I'm down 1 R. And let's go straight over the trade recap. So this is the first trade, which appeared on Wednesday. It was a 2 a.m. New York time trade. So as you can see, I lost $340 on this trade, and I'm going to dive straight into the analysis. So it was GBP USD. I was basically looking for shorts because we had a nice push down in the start of the session. We had this 4-hour fair value gap, which was very clean. On the 1-hour time frame, bear with me, we had this flip zone that was created with a fair value gap in front of it. So I like pairing my order blocks with fair value gaps. So what you can see here is price created this block right here. We tapped into it, tried to push up higher, and then we failed to push up higher and committed to the downside. What I really liked about this trade as well, which I'm about to show you on the 15-minute time frame, is right here. The midnight opened at the very bottom of this whole range down. What I didn't like was we had Asia range high that had not been swept yet, but we basically had this flip zone that swept liquidity with available liquidity above it, with a fair value gap in front of it. We had a rejection on my entry in the London kill zone. This was textbook. And what I want to show you guys is my literal trade plan right here. Okay, so this is the plan that I stick to, and this is the plan that offers me an edge in the markets, that I have 216 trades journaled on it. So I'm basically looking for a 15-minute POI that is a high probability zone, hasn't necessarily swept liquidity, has liquidity above it, slow corrective move down. We come up into it. This is a clean POI, high time frame bias is bearish. We get a rejection candle in the session. Boom, I'm in for shorts. And this is the trade that I took this week. It's the exact same thing. Corrective move down, high time frame bearish bias. We have a tap into the 15-minute my high probability zone. We get a rejection, and I take the shorts. Perfect trade. Ends up being a -1 loss. I'm totally fine with that. I managed the trade perfectly. I didn't do anything. Basically, my management would have been taking partials down here and move stop loss to break even. It didn't get down there. It was a stop loss. This was a perfect trade, okay? The second trade that I took this week was on Friday. It was, again, 2 a.m. entry. So this is basically the start of a solid, this is basically the New York kill zone for those ICT traders. And the reason why I really liked this trade was, once again, perfectly in my plan. So I'm trading from a zone. This zone was not high probability. So this was basically it is a completely valid trade in my plan, but I could have used some discretion and maybe sized down because of this zone. What price ended up doing, so I was high time frame bullish, yeah? What price ended up doing is tapping into it, rejecting it to the upside. We were up at 1.5 R, and then I moved my stop loss to break even because I did not want to see price come down to my entry before taking this high. Ended up getting stopped at break even. As you can see, I'd marked this out during the trade. So I marked out that I had really low confidence in this trade. However, I was very happy with the execution because it was in my plan. And that's all that matters. And I executed it with full size. And so I'm proud that I executed this trade. For next time, however, I am going to really make sure that I focus on higher probability zones. And that is basically going to be the trading recap. So as you can see, that was that short and then the break-even trade. And so these are the lessons and thoughts for the week. This week, I was really passive compared to last week. If you go back to that video, I was explaining that I was way more aggressive in my trading and I was taking too many trades. And you can just see last week, not last week's here, I took way more trades, right? And I took trades in my plan. This day, I broke my plan. But the difference in mindset for this week and last week is this week I was really calm and passive. I had my analysis, I had my levels marked out, and I was just ready to trade them once I got the confirmation that I needed. And if I can do this every single week, I'm going to have the life that I want to build. And so that's all that matters. The Zeller score is still looking solid, 668. The profit factor is still looking solid. So for those that don't know, I started this account with $3,333 US. We're currently at 4.6. And I've traded 3 weeks on it. So the first week being the biggest week. Currently for the month of November, I'm up $393. But yeah, all is going well. This week was perfect. That first week was perfect. That second week was not perfect. And I'm satisfied with this performance. I will see you guys in the next trade recap.